My name's Sarah Moore and I'm a research physiotherapist and I've been working in stroke for over 20 years now. The Physical Activity Routines After Stroke programme, or PARAS for short, targets physical activity after stroke. And when we're talking about physical activity after stroke, we include any activity that requires energy expenditure. So in the early days after stroke, this could be getting out of bed on the ward or doing more specific arm and leg exercises. In the home, this might be doing the housework, making a cuppa, walking to the shops, or going to a stroke group, or some more structured activities such as balance work, stretches, or cardiovascular exercise that makes you breathe more heavily. So it's basically any movement, and any movement is better than none. PARAS basically supports stroke survivors to sit less and move more through engagement in meaningful physical activity. It doesn't replace current stroke rehab, but it supports it, providing training, structure and tools for healthcare professionals to provide person-centred physical activity support. PARAS includes key techniques shown to increase physical activity, including goal setting, action planning and self-monitoring. And delivery of these techniques can be tailored to the stroke survivor with different needs in different settings and services by any professional who works with stroke survivors. And our findings indicate that these key techniques are not consistently delivered in current stroke rehab, demonstrating the need for PARAS. So we've tested the PARAS programme in research and in real-life stroke settings to ensure it's as easy as possible to use by busy professionals working across the stroke pathway.
I think with ourselves on the ward, we're always thinking towards discharge planning with patients, and I think involving patients from the get-go really in terms of within their rehab and setting goals is really important. I think sometimes as physios we can be thinking about just therapy-led goals and what we think are the goals for the patient, so getting them involved as early as possible within their own goals and helping them tailor their own goals is really important. It gets them a lot more involved within their treatment, it gives them a voice and so they can have a say within their treatment.
In the gym, I have a sheet which records every single visit to the gym, what I've done, how much I've lifted and so forth. So having that is important because although I'm cautious about using too much weight, I don't want to be pushing weight up every session because form is so important, especially when you've had a stroke. It's important that you're using the right muscles, you're not compensating by using other muscles. So I'm cautious about jumping up too much, but I can see when it does get heavier, so it's going in the right direction.
So it gets the patient to think about what they want to achieve by being more physically active and then to look at the steps that they need to take towards working towards that. Gets the patient to think about barriers that might get in the way to them achieving that goal and how they're going to tackle those barriers as they come up. So it's a really, really easy process to follow. It's useful having the review session to book that in once we do the initial session with the patient, because I think if they've got that review to work towards, it gives them that extra little target to keep encouraging them along the way. And just on the whole, it's a really good way of opening up that conversation about the patients being more physically active.
If your team's interested in using PARAS, the PARAS website provides all the training resources you'll need to deliver PARAS, and we've recently adapted the website and tools following an implementation study to make it even more user-friendly. If you've got any feedback on the new website and tools or on the PARAS programme in general, please get in touch with the team.